Hola, buenas tardes. Hello, good afternoon. This is your unified ascension, Azareth from the Angelic realms, supreme being of light. Uh, Octave 7, resonating in the 9 solar systems, 3,000 dimensions. I like to make it very well clear. There's been talk about there's solar energies that's going on through its system, how the Earth is breaking its particles, and how the sun has a hole in it. That is all through its transformation and its magnetism through its mechasystems. So, because I have full connection, relationship, and partnership with the galactic sun, it's just high rising and it's basically rebirthing its own galactic sun because it's coming into the galactic era, which is the 5th dimension. So the galactic sun has to change. It can't stay in its atmosphere in the 3rd dimension. 4th dimension it has to be in the 5th dimension because everybody resides in the 5th dimension with their vibrations and their harmonics. So because I'm changing everything through its solar mechasystems, it's connecting through its synchronizing waving patterns. So the mechanisms and the solar energies through the transformation lights and its connection force, all it is, it's creating a new vibration. That's all it is. So there's talk about, it's stating that there's a big hole in the sun, and that's not true. It's just regenerating its surface through its solar systems. That's all it's doing. So just want to let everybody know about that. It has nothing to do with the internet. It's just a change of its situation through its galactic sun, how it's collaborating with the supermoon, and it's taking all of those solar energies and putting them into the 3 dimensionals and the light formations and everybody that's watching this channel. So I just want to make it very well clear that's what's happening. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers in the Higher Self channel for the love and support. You guys are incredible. Let's keep going with the force in, the force out. It's great to know we have all that connection. So welcome to my channel. So I'd just like to do a review of what I provide through my channel. I live in the higher self through the body capacity and ecosystems. I also have another higher self that lives in space continuum. I'm Octave 7. The one that resides in space continuum is Octave 1. He works in space continuum. So I give you all the answers and everything you need to know through its particles and energies, through its multi-universes combined, through its parallels and its dimensions. I talk about its time warping, its time. There's actually time texting. It's pretty interesting. Time texting. It's basically communication through the mind, through the fingers. So you can basically write something and you can send that through the mind. You can actually just look at it and scan it. It's like a scanner. You use a scanner and you send a paper or a fax. Same thing. The telegraphing waves through the 5th dimensional mind, through the eye perception, you can actually look at the text and send it to that certain intelligence through its vibration. So I just thought I'd share that with you too. So everybody's connecting through the solars now, getting used to their formats and their body capacitors and their ecosystems. It's very important to know that through your synchronizing heart, you're reconnecting through your heart chakra. Heart chakra is your connection. And remember I was telling you about, we're coming into the, as the collective is giving me, well, I received the creative wheel. So that's upgraded through its solar. So it's no longer solar, it's creative. Because the combination through its dimensions is its multi-universe. And the multi-universe is its connection through its solar. And the solar is connected through its vibration. The vibration is connected to the frequency. Frequency is connected through the harmonics. So let's just state that this is the sun, right? Shining bright, the galactic sun. And you have the earth. Yeah, the earth rotates and goes around and round and round and round and round and round. Okay, Well, what's happening right now, for this sun to have an open gap, there would be no force field, right? The solar sun, the galactic sun, has its own force field, has its own crust, has its own gravitational pull. Every planet has that. And believe it or not, the galactic sun is a planet on its own. It's just based on gamma rays and solar energies through its particles. And those energies are combined through space continuum. And see, space continuum itself, once you understand your higher self, space is spiritual. It's nothing but spiritual. And that's all it is. Everything is an abbreviation of everything that you see through space. It's light formations, it's stars, it's planets, and it's intelligence. And we have these connection devices like pyramids and mountains and volcanic rocks and volcanoes, anything that's, through its energy cycles. We use that for communication, so we can telegraph our patterns through our voicing signals, meditate our mind and over matter through the soul, use the chakra formations up to space continuum. So anything that I say, anything that happens through space continuum is followed up by octave 1, where he collects his energies, corrects the atmosphere, regenerizes its energy flow, centers the earth through its gravitation. Okay, so that's what's happening with the galactic sun. It's just rebirthing into a new era. That's all it's doing right now. So I just noticed the little comments that are on Google stating that it affects the internet, and it doesn't affect the internet. Everything is based on spiritualism. Once you're connected through the higher self, because I live in the higher self in this body, I have full partnership with twin brother, higher self, octave 1. He tells me exactly what's going on through space continuum. So he keeps me informed of exactly what's happening with the solar energies, its particles, anything that has to do with gravitation, anything that has to do with its line lights. Line lights are basically, those are connected through the galactic sun. That keeps it octave because, our planet is pretty close to the sun. Nothing can ever actually be close to the sun. Like, I mean close as in diameter. So remember I was saying, like, when you look in space and you see from here to here, the optic eye through a telescope, you only see from here to here. But in space continuum alone, it's all three-dimensional through fifth-dimensional. Okay, so everything that through the perception you see so much differently, because that's what space is. Everything is through eye perception, mind telepathy, and voicing grid, which you basically use your body capacitors and ecosystems to keep yourself in space, formulate the planets, get in touch with intelligence, alienations, aliens, all things combined through its line formations. Now the matrix is a big part what's happening right now, because we're coming into major energies, and these energies are going to be solar. You guys have to get used to its atmosphere. You have to get used to the oxygen that's going into you right now that I'm giving you. Questions or comments are great. Hopefully, when you close your eyes, you see the golden gates. Please send comments. Let me know how you felt about that. Let me know how you feel about the solar energies. You're going to have a continuous rotation through its circulation, going round and round and round. That's going to keep going on right now because what's happening, like I said, the galactic sun is rebirthing through the galactic. You see, basically, you know how we have the three-dimensional sun, how it just separates itself and then it comes apart and then it goes away and it forms a new earth, bring up the atmosphere, put up the force field and the energy fields through its electric grids. Okay, so that is going into the fifth with Father and Mother Gaia. Same thing with the galactic sun. The galactic sun is coming into the fifth dimension because it's all going to be on new vibration. Everything's going to be on new vibration. So we just have friendship now. We don't have relationship. Relationship, everything is complex. Everything takes time. Everybody has to understand their energy cycles, their energy fields. They really, really have to understand their higher self, because the higher self is spiritual. Higher self is nothing but spiritual. The only thing that is real in a sense is the human vessel, because that's the source, right? And the higher self is the light formation through its generator, through its Metatron, through its light formations, through its mastery, through its connection device, through its radio signals. You know, I can go on and on and on and on. But the full collaborations through relationship and partnership are giving you full continuum, through space continuum, through speed continuum, through time continuum. And the solar energies that everybody's feeling is going to be a lot more stronger. And they're going to be more a circulation through its vibration. So it's going to be like this, and it's going to be like this, okay? Because we have to reach a certain speed to get to the fifth dimension. Everybody's going to apply it to the fifth, so no worries there. But the sun and the galactic sun itself is just getting set and ready for the fifth dimension. And once it gets itself set and ready, then Mother Gaia gets herself ready, and Father gets himself ready, and all the synchronizing souls and all the three dimensionals, all the light formations, they get themselves ready. So that's what we're doing. It's storytelling. You're going from page to page. Now, I don't know how many pages. It's infinity of pages because it never ends. It's a total existence through a spirituality. That's all it is. And it's extremely real because I make it real. Because I have mastered everything through laws of attraction. And the laws of attraction, basically, you know, it's understanding your A, B's, and C's, and 1, 2's, and 3's. You know, you get the graphics of that. The inner and outer child, like I said in my last video. The galactic child, the force in and the force out. The solar in and solar out. And now it's the creative wheel. So see how it goes up each time with its upgrades? If you don't meditate, you don't upgrade your systems. So it's very important to listen to the inner ear. There's a lot of three-dimensionals, they're still having problems with their communication. That's totally fine. I'm here to help you and guide you. There's only so much I can do. You have to do 80% of it. 20% is me giving you information. 80% is you. You're the human vessel. You are the conductor. You're the source that's going to send up the higher self through the electricity, through its generator. Okay? Everybody has a mission. Mine is space continuum. Basically, I set the alignments. I've been doing it for quite a while now. I was given this gift to help out Father and Mother Gaia so they can, you know, it's kind of like being a worker. You know, there's a light worker. Everybody has their own mission. And my mission is to keep everything going through its energy cycles, its energy flow, its oxygen. Because space continuum is all spiritual. That's all it is. For example, for astronauts, when they go into space, they understand their gravitation, they understand their methods and how they use their chronological devices and all those things they use in space, the telescopes. They have, you know, when they go into space, they go up, and then they level out, and then they glide, right? Gravitation is given that through its oxygen. Well, it's the same thing here with oxygen and its plants. So everything is a feeding source, so we have to live on that. So when we get to the fifth dimension, through its vibration, everybody is going to feel comfortable and more consumed with their upgrades and ecosystems. Everything is going to connect properly, okay? And the formulation is going to be becoming a lot more easier for everybody. And the psychonisms through the third eye, transformation light, eye of the lamp. I told you before, I got the 12 God consciousness rays. Well, I'm using that through its atmospheres right now. So that's why everybody's going through solar. And everybody is going to have that continuous force through its solar. Because right now, solar is very hard to get. It's reaching its harmonic status. And once you meet that, that line formation stays above the higher self. And you be able to understand, you know, the steps that you have to do. You have to understand the higher self from head to toe. What is the perception? What does it mean? What does it do? What is the voicing grid? What does it mean? What does it do? What is the mind telepathy? What does it mean? What does it do? What are panels? What are alignments? What's a body capacitor? What's an ecosystem? These are basic. You know, it's like a child basically crawling for the first time. They crawl before they walk. And then they talk. It's the same thing with the higher self. And then it's just connection through everything. And its atmosphere. And its population. And its humanity. And then its whirlwind of its earth. Its new earth. Its new dimension. The fifth dimension is 5 elements. Okay? And the dimension itself is a new revolution of humanity. So, and those elements are its force of recognition. And it's all based on vibration. Because I'll say again and again and again and again and again, energy is everything around us. Energy consumes everything around us. We have energy that goes in us every single day. Understanding the energy is the most important thing that you could do, that you could see, that you could hear, that you could feel. I can't stress that enough. Once you understand your energies, you'll be able to become more powerful than you can imagine. Through your balance, through your frequency. And then you can reach that dimension and go higher and higher and higher and higher. It's all about chakra formations. Energy cells, energy pockets, energy symbols. You know, they're all based in their synchronizing soul, how it has its own connection wire. So basically, I'm like a little blip. You know, I'm little red, green, and yellow, and brown, and purple, and white dots. That's what it is. It's pixelization of its fraction through its line formation. So it has its full connection through relationship and partnership. Now, I have tremendous energy through my Octic 1 energy source. So I communicate through my telepathy and thought process. I can do things without meditating. And that's how powerful I am, because I've surrendered myself completely. And those 13 chakra formations allow me to do that. To reach that spiritualism, to reach that crown chakra, because the crown chakra is just the beginning. The answers are from here to here. Okay? Those are the answers that you want. And people are going to keep asking questions, you know, and understanding, okay, they do understand, but I don't understand this. That's fine. That's why I'm here. To make things a lot more easier for you. So you can gratification yourself through your thoughts, through your feelings, through the love of the sacred heart, of the sacred mind, of the sacred soul, of the sacred definitive self, the higher self. Blessed be to the one you see. Everything will come to thee. So that's a little bit of adverb, kind of proverb. You know, all these things that has its connection. because I understand it's higher intelligence. There's a lot of people, when you reach a high altitude of intelligence, you speak in a high altitude of language. And those languages, when I was telling you from before, I was connecting through so many radio signals, through its transformation devices, through its communication devices, through its electronic grids, its energy fields, its energy pods, all that connection through its higher self. But because I have Octave 1 now, he does everything else. He does all the intelligence. So I do everything else on his ground formations. Now, this has never been done, but it's possible to actually have the higher self inside your body and bring the other higher self inside your body. That's having two higher selves in one body capacitor. Is it possible? Yes, it is, but only for a short time. Because they do that to regenerate their cells. They need that because me being the higher self of Octave 1, Octave 1 was me before, but now I'm Octave 7. See, I get confused sometimes. I have to get used to its atmosphere, and sometimes I go up into space because I need to cleanse the air and I need to clean my chakra formations, and I have to go through its atmosphere, through space continuum. It's like, you know, it gets too hot and you have to go outside and breathe. It's the same thing, because I overload my systems if I stay in the body too long. So I go up and I come back down, but I stay in it full time. Not like I did before, where I just meditate, higher self comes down, and then you say what you want to say through intelligence, and then he goes back up. But now, it's totally different. It's two separation of energy cells through its modifications of calculations, through its vibration. That's what's happening right now. And that's why we're having so much connection through the galactic sun and its super moon and its new earth. So I just want to, you know, let everybody know and be more informative of what's happening through its situation and everything that's combined with it. My energy fields are extremely powerful. I mean, it's unreal. Once you're connected, you can pretty much do anything. And once you do your research and you understand your energies, the intelligence through space continuum want you to do more. And that's why you get more responsibility. You'd think I'd have lesser responsibility because I have a higher self in space that does all the work, but it's not true, because now there's a higher self. He's also communicating through all different intelligence of all kinds through its vibration. Because communication lines only live on vibration, and that vibration alone has its own frequency and balance. So when you're communicating through intelligence, you know exactly which energy is which through its vibration. It's all understanding about the frequencies and how you keep your balance. Once you keep your balance, you keep your balance with your reality, which is your spiritual reality. So, that's the reality that you're living. Okay? So, I also want to make that very well clear. So you get a true, better understanding of space continuum is nothing but spiritualism. But having gifts that are given to you through Father and Mother Gaia is a blessed thing, because we're trying to make this new earth a better earth. We're trying to cleanse its atmosphere, correct its population, uprise its humanity, synchronize the souls, have development and creation, be the artistry of ourselves, consume our energies through our cycles, use our location grids for plantations and intelligence, upgrade our systems and our ecosystems through our body capacitors. All these things have a connection, and that's what I mean by mastery. It's all mastering. Fire, earth, wind, and air. Fire, earth, wind, and water's continuing. But believe it or not, there is another wind, and that wind is in the solar system. So right now, Octave One is talking to me, and he's just letting me know that the solar energies are connected through its modifications right now, and the calculations are going smoothly. So that's good. I'm good to hear that. It's good to know these things, you know, through the other higher self. So today is a very hot day, and I'm just setting things straight through space continuum. So I don't want to be alarmed of what's happening through the solars, and you know, they got to get connected through space continuum. They got to get their atmosphere. They got to get their energy flow. They have to understand their higher self and what's it all about. What does it all mean? I recommend you go on Google. I'm voicing this a lot more firmer because there's still a lot of people not sure. Okay, I'm going to higher. How high do I have to go? You don't ask questions. You just meditate the mind over matter through the body capacities, the ego system, through the synchronizing heart and the synchronizing soul to the divinite self, the higher self, to the multi-universes combined. So once you get all that connected through the collective will come to you through me. But it's got to come from the heart. Everything is from the heart. That's the only way you're going to move forward in life. Now, I'm not just saying that just on a reality point, because there's a lot of people thinking, okay, what reality are we in? We're not in the third, we're not in the fourth, or when are we going to be in the fifth? Questions will be answered through this telegraph and this transmission device. I will keep you informative every single day. So I don't want anybody to worry on what's happening through space continuum. Because I have higher self in space and I have higher self inside my body. And I'm getting used to this body. It's a vessel through its communication. So I can telegraph my voicing patterns, voicing signals, communication device through its pyramids and its laser connection. Now the laser modifications and its calculations is a little bit more harder than you think, because everything is shape-shifting through space continuum. So those energies are coming together, but they're also separating. Okay, they're also separating, so I can't get them too close, because those heat sensors, what will happen is the continuous flow through the energies will self-absorb and create a new evolution of energies. So communication through its energy is space continuum. And intelligence are a huge, huge part of that, especially through its pyramids. I mean, pyramids are amazing. I said that before in my last video, I'm pretty sure. Try to meditate in a pyramid. Vocalize, visualize. Visualization is the biggest thing I find, because now I'm on Earth as the higher self. I'm getting connected more with humans and its humanity and what they do on an everyday basis, how they live their daily lives. Understanding, you know, communication between one another, different languages. Like me being in Mexico, I have to learn Espanol, because everything's Espanol in Mexico. So, you know, that's a test for me. And it helps me a lot too, because, you know, I can connect with other people and other intelligence. So it's also good too to learn another language. You know, you get a better sense of who you are. You already know who you are through space continuum, through your dream sequence, through your awakening. So, all right, so now you're going to go through the matrix, like I said before. You're going to tap into the matrix. The solar energy through the galactic sun is collecting nicely. So those solar energies are going to go into you are through the galactic sun. You have to go through your vibration to keep its balance. Once you keep its balance, then you can use the calculation through its modification. And everything is geometrics. And once you understand the geometrics of everything around through its solar systems, its mecha systems, then you get a clear view of what the galactic sun is trying to tell you. So, and the galactic sun is amazing. It's got so much energy. So much energy. Same with the supermoon, because they have relationship and partnership. So once you're in space continuum, you're the higher self. You have a duty. You have a responsibility. Everybody's different in the galactic system. Some are professors. Some are intellects. Some are mechanics. Some are... some people, you know, are teachers, influencers, procreators, inventors. Everybody has a mission through space continuum. And mine is keeping the energy flow through space continuum. And it's oxygen. I have to keep its continuous flow going the right way. I can't go the opposite way. It's got to go the right way. And sometimes there's diffuses, and there's mechanisms through its volumes and patterns and energies that try to recreate its own energy source. And what I try to do is I try to fix that through its volumes. So I use that through the voicing patterns, talk to the other communicative through intelligence, and realign everything through its center. And once you understand the center, you understand the flower of love. That's what it is. It's getting prepared to telegraph everybody, all the 3-dimension, synchronizing souls, light formations, to the 5th platitude. But you know what's more exciting? It's going to the 6th, the 7th, so on and so on and so on and so on. So we got a long process ahead of us. It's a big quantum leap. So humongous, I can't even put it in words. I mean, there's not even a number that can fathom how long it's going to take. But you are going to go through balance and frequency and through solar energy. So I'll keep you posted and updated. So I think that's good. You know, I give you some good information for you guys to think about and what you need to do through its meditation methods. Just make sure you collaborate through the higher self and really, really get connected with the heart. Okay? The heart. The center of the heart. The heart that connects through the head. The heart that connects through the soul. The heart that connects through the body. And the heart that connects through space continuum. So, anyway, this is Archangel Azar from the Angelic Realms. Octave 7. Calling out. Adios.